Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In the previous video, we introduced Petrel 2020 and explored its interface. Today, we are taking our first practical step by learning how to import well data. So, before you import your well data, you need to create a project. So, for creating a project, you go to your file, then you click on create new project. When you see this tab, you click on continue spirally unaware. After clicking on it and waiting for a while, your project will be created. So this is the button showing me that making new project. So this tells you that your project is being created, and these ones you see here are the projects that I've already done for people or my personal projects. So probably when you also do projects, this is where you're going to see them at. So let's wait for our project to load. So when your project loads, this is the interface. You're going to get your input interface where you're going to import your data, and you're going to get your models where any geological model will be inserted. So before you can insert your well log, we have to create something that we call our well header, and there will be a separate video on how to create a well header if you are not having one. But this data set that I'm using already has a well header, so we will have to create that well header. But before you create that well header, as I said earlier, you have to tell the software the location where you are working in and the units that you are working in. So to set the location and the units that you are using, you have to come to file, you come to project setup, then you come to project settings. And when the project settings open, you go to coordinates and units. In the coordinates and units section, you click this side to set your location. So we will wait for it to load. As I showed earlier, this is all the locations in the world. So my data set is from the Nigerian Delta Basin, so I'll type my Niger, then I'll choose from it. So this is the basin that I'm going to work in, so this is the location. Then I press OK. After setting my data, after setting my location, I have to also set my unit system. And in my data set that I'm using, we are using feet. We are working in feet, not in meters. So when you look at this storage units, as it is in metric, everything is in meters. So when I change it to field UTM, everything will turn into feet. So after changing this, I'm going to click on apply, then OK. Now my location and my unit is set. To import my well header, you right click here, you choose import file, you go to your desktop and look for yours. Mine is in the folder that I've named dataset A, so I'll look for it, I'll open it, then I'll come to files of type. I'll change it to wellheads because what I'm loading is a wellheader. These files of types are very important to the software because that tells the software what exactly you are loading. So I'll choose my wellheads, then I'll choose my wellheader, key wellheader over here, then I'll open. After opening, this is what I'm seeing, and what I'm going to do is that I'm going to make sure the columns over here aligns with the columns at the top here. So in my first column I have UWI, which I have to change here to UWI. My second column I have name, so I have to change this also to name. Then I have my surface X, which is here, surface Y, which is here, KB, which is your Kelebushi, is the same as your well datum name. So you change here to well datum name. Then your TD, you change here to your TD. After that, you delete the rest of the columns by clicking on the top and pressing delete on your keyboard. So this is how it is done. So now I have all this ready. Then I'll change my number of header lines to 1 because the titles of these values are at the line 1, and that's what we are trying to tell the software. So I'll click on OK for all. Then after that, the software with the units, the X and Y units that I gave to it through the well header, it has determined that this is where my basin is. So I'll cross check and make sure my location that I've chosen for the project is also correct, which over here they are the same, so I'm correct. Then I press OK. Then my wells will be inserted here. So these are my wells in my well header. So in my K well header, I have the K1, K2, K3, K4, K5 and K6. You can display these wells to see their positions. So you can come to window, then you come to 3D. So in 3D, I can tick this place, then I'll see the positions. So these are my wells in my 3D. Probably they are so little that somebody wouldn't see, so you can enlarge it by double clicking on the well here, then changing pipe width to any value of your choice that is visible, and I'm going with 60. So I choose 60 and I press OK. Now it enlarges so that you see the positions of the well. You are not seeing the dimensions of the well because we've not really loaded anything into it. We've just loaded the well header to show the positions of the well. So thank you for joining this video. I hope you successfully loaded your well header, and in the next lesson we'll be dealing with how to load our well deviations and also display it. Bye.